All right, our next guest is a guy who's been in the business for, he told me, 26 years. And he also told me that he goes back with our buddy Pat Coyne here, Jim Antetomaso from Remax Plus. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
First time?
No, I've been on the show once before.
A couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago?
Yeah.
All right, how do you two...
Well, I worked with your brokerage firm years ago. 15, 16 years ago, probably, right?
Yep.
And then I blacked out. But the last time I remember seeing John was on our show on a Saturday morning when we a couple of years ago.
Uh-huh.
And in those days, I used to come in still hammered from the day before.
Is that true?
So we were
He says in those days,
In
like he
those days,
doesn't.
yeah.
Still.
on Saturday mornings, I'm easier going nowadays.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's probably the last time you had a real job.
Yeah, probably.
But
26 years in the business, huh?
We were trying to turn Pat into a salesperson. He was getting there. But,
Yeah.
Was he, did he get it?
Yeah.
Did he know what had to be done to sell?
He made some deals out there, but the real estate world, you need to work really hard every week.
Yeah. I think my downfall was I wanted to get married. Honestly, I think when I was working with you guys, I was getting engaged or somewhere in that realm of getting married. Am I right or no?
I'm not sure about
You
that.
don't
Yes,
remember?
I just saw you in a wedding picture of mine a couple months ago. Yes.
There's always an excuse when they don't
I
get
know.
there.
Yeah.
Trying to
you know?
distance himself.
I know.
That kind of sense.
Yes, he is. But I remember those days. Yeah, a
He
little
did a
bit.
good job back then. We tried to turn him into a salesperson, but he
Thanks.
chose a different route.
What was his
Yes.
strong point? What did he do well?
Well, I think he did a lot of open houses, and at the time, and we encouraged him to do that to continue to get some business. And,
Now, this is, you said about like 15 years ago, so that would have been in the 90s.
90s, yeah.
Yeah.
Mid and latter part of the 90s, yeah.
So social media wasn't even thought of back then.
correct.
No,
Yeah.
they just got over brick phones when I got out of the business.
yeah.
I had the brick phone, and then it went to half a brick,
Right.
and then the one in the car too.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I had one of those.
Did you ever have one of those fake antennas to make it look like you had a car phone?
No, I
Remember
had
they
a
had
real-
the curly Q
Oh,
antenna?
yeah.
I had the real one.
Oh, you
not
did?
A fake one. Yeah, a car phone with the curly Q antenna.
Wow.
It was cool.
Wow. But did he ever use it, I guess, is
I
the
don't know.
How important is social media for you guys in this business now?
It's been, of course, ever changing and tremendous. We focus from an office standpoint to be on all the social medias, of course, Facebook and Twitter and all that, as well as the agents. So it's another avenue for us to get ourselves out as agents and seeing how we can help the general public and help whoever's involved in those type of medias.
And I'm sure an agent who is not involved in social media is really behind the eight ball.
Yeah, a little bit these days. I mean, it's just as you guys were talking earlier. I mean, everything's ever changing, and in our business as well. I mean, you have to be on it. Today's world is a lot different, and it's a little different than when Pat was involved, where you're grabbing clients off an open house. We still do that, of course, but we also grab clients off of our internet sites almost daily on hits, and I think the average is almost 96% of people go on the internet before they even contact a realtor. So it's important to be, of course, active out there and be part of that whole technology.
You go ahead, Pat. Yeah.
I was just going to say, I remember in those days, I used to try to get all the main street listings I could on busy roads. You remember that at all? And people used to call me and say, I see your name everywhere. Just so it made my presence look bigger than it really might have been, because I would always get these busy street listings where I'd put my name in the front.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, really.
I know. I thought it was great marketing.
Signage is still huge for us, but today, because people are still out there driving, people are walking. Signage is probably another one of our most important marketing tools. I use it a lot, of course, not only on houses, but on commercial side of things, where it becomes a real big plus.
John Antetomaso is our guest. He's been in the business 26 years, Remax Plus. You are a co-owner. How important is it to have your hand on the wheel as the co-owner?
I've been involved on the brokerage side and the ownership side for 24 of those 26 years. So it's always been kind of in my blood to be on the management side. 4 years ago, I decided to take my company along with 7 other broker in the Rochester market. And we went from 8 of us to about 75 right now in a 4-year period.
Whoa!
So we're changing. We've changed the marketplace a little bit from the standpoint of actually just office space and what the agent is looking for. in the market as well, instead of the old Cubby styles, which is more of a cafe, open air type Starbucks area in our office. Massage chairs for not only our clients, but for our agents as well. So it's really a different little style that's working really well for us.
Where is Jeff Haley when we need him?
I know.
Jeff has been on our massage chairs.
Oh, he has?
As he come to one of our luncheons at our office or training sessions.
Do we have a suggestion box?
We should.
Because that's going in the suggestion
But knowing
box.
Jeff, the first suggestion in the suggestion box would be get rid of the suggestion box. John, thanks for joining us. Website, if we want more information, we can link it up with PropertySourceRadio.com.
We're at RogerPlusHomes.com. It's Remax Plus in Brighton.
Great to see you, John. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for your time.
And my sympathies with you for, the Pat Coyne.
Mine as well.
When we come back, Carlos, in your corner. Yeah, he's back after his mysterious illness from last week. We'll clarify that when we return on Property Source Radio, Sports Radio 950 ESPN.